It's like, whoa, wait, why did you go ahead and do that? It's just deviating from that game plan at the last minute or somewhere in the process, and it becomes a fatal mistake.
Hi, this is Jeff Marsachi, the Plain English Attorney, and I'm an author, certified Medicaid planner, and an attorney with more than 25 years of experience running my own firm. You're at the #1 place to learn about not only estate and Medicaid planning, but to get business, fitness, and general life success stories. I want to help estate planners and the general public get the tools and advice they need to stay safe, plan ahead, and enjoy life.
Hi, this is Jeff Marsachi, the Plain English Attorney, and today I'm going to talk about 4 fatal Medicaid planning mistakes that even happen when you've got a good game plan. This is one of those frustrating things when we put together a really good game plan, but the client doesn't always follow it. It's kind of like coaching someone who's going to be doing a marathon. You've got everything down right. They've got the training, we've got the diet, everything's great. They're running towards the finish line, and then 100 yards short of the finish line, they just stop, walk into a pizzeria, order a large pizza, sit down, start eating, and everybody's passing them by, and they've lost the marathon. It's like, whoa, wait, why did you go ahead and do that? It's just deviating from that game plan at the last minute or somewhere in the process, and it becomes a fatal mistake. So today I'm going to go over 4 of those. All right, so as you probably noticed, we're outside. It's just about spring, and so the weather's a little bit nicer. So, okay, let's break out of the studio. So let's talk about that first one, the first fatal mistake, talking to the Medicaid office. We really try to drill it down to our clients. Talk to the team members. Don't just call the Medicaid office. Don't just try to talk to them on your own. If they call you, then you call us, and then we can help guide things, because the Medicaid office and the Medicaid caseworkers, they're not your friends. They're not trying to help you save money. And unfortunately, this has some drastic mistakes. One of the plans we put together had mom and a dad and the son kind of thought he knew everything. And so one of the things we set up was a stream of payments. So mom loaned the son a whole bunch of money, and then he was going to start paying mom back. And that was just a technique and a strategy that works in order to help get dad qualified for Medicaid, as long as it is a legitimate loan. And it was, except the son got impatient that it was taking so long for the Medicaid office to make a decision. So he decides on his own he's going to call the caseworker. And of course, the caseworker gets him talking. Oh, how's everything going with dad? Hey, I noticed you did this thing, and why'd you do this? And I saw this thing, and then they got to the loan. Oh, why did you do this? And the son says, oh, so dad could qualify for Medicaid. That's exactly the wrong thing to say. And because of that, the case got denied. It got appealed and denied again, all because the son took it on himself to go outside of the team and talk to the Medicaid office on his own. It destroyed it. It destroyed the whole case. This ended up being a fatal mistake, and you just don't want that to happen. Hey, since we're outside, maybe we'll go ahead and get in some of that drone action. What do you think? Second fatal mistake, handling the Medicaid application yourself or letting the facility do it for you. Sometimes these game plans can be extremely complex if we're doing what I call setting up the toolbox. It's a whole series of irrevocable trusts and other documents and the techniques that utilize them in just the right way. and preserving the money and the assets, it becomes complicated, and the facility doesn't always know exactly what we're doing. And because it's so complex, often the clients, or really it's the client's family, they end up giving the wrong information. A very recent case, we had some clients where they didn't call us to handle the actual application. They ended up saying, well, the facility said they'll do it, so they just did it, gave them the wrong trust, told them the wrong thing about how the money got into the trust, and of course the application got denied. And now we're kind of fighting an uphill battle to say, no, everything the client told the person at the facility was wrong. That's not what happened. That's not what the game plan was. And we're still not certain. If the game plan had just been followed, if it was just, all right, we're going to call the team members and they're going to put together the application and get it sent in, it would have already been qualified. This is a month ago. So it becomes very important not to just do it yourself or let the facility handle it. Look, you got a good game plan and you got a team behind you. Why would you need somebody else in there or try to do it yourself? That's what we're here for. Okay, third fatal mistake, just showing you that we're not playing around. Once you've got a game plan, you have to follow the game plan. You can't just deviate from it and expect to ask forgiveness later. And you hear that all the time. Oh, well, I'll just try this and I'll ask forgiveness. Medicaid is very unforgiving. We had one case, we lined everything up in a solid game plan. Okay, first thing here, we're going to take the house and move it into from one spouse's name. And then there's going to be a certain level of care. And then when the husband actually needs to go into the facility, that's when you let us know. We put the application in, and then once it's approved, then the spouse can sell the house and do whatever they want. It has to be in that order. And we emphasize this relentlessly, at least every 6 months over a 1.5 year period. And finally, when he reached the level where he needed to go into a facility, it's like, okay, don't sell the house. But I want to move into this apartment. It seems like such a good deal, but I need the money to don't do it. Don't do it. You're going to end up having Medicaid rejected, and then it's going to be $10,000 a month. Oh, but I really don't do it. You have to apply first, get approved, and then you can go ahead and sell the house. We find out a couple of weeks after that conversation, well, my Medicaid application was rejected. Well, what do you mean your application was rejected? You sent it, you put it in? Yeah, I talked with the caseworker. I just got tired of this and I just had to apply. Well, why was it rejected? Well, they said I had too much money because I sold the house. Okay, so that was $350,000 too much. And now it all has to be spent on care. And she ended up losing that extra $350,000. And there really wasn't anything we could do without her actually trying to go and buy another house, which is not what she wanted to do. So at that point, there wasn't anything we could do. And it became this fatal mistake. If all she had done was waited 2 months for Medicaid to process the application, she could have sold the house and pocketed that $350,000 and been okay. You can't just ask for forgiveness from the Medicaid office because they are very unforgiving. Okay, and the fourth fatal mistake, unfortunately, it's your average financial advisor. And I mean financial advisor in a more broad sense, meaning a banker or an accountant or whatever. We've ended up in cases where the game plan called for liquidating some CDs and moving them. Oh, don't do that. You're going to lose your $3,000 worth of interest. Well, they were private paying $9,500 a month. So how does that compute? the accountant saying, oh, don't liquidate that $20,000 in the IRA. You're going to end up paying all these taxes on it. Yeah, but long-term care is going to cost about 10 grand a month. Suck it up and pay the taxes. And then there's always the financial advisor. Oh, well, I can make you more money in the market. Don't do what the game plan says and move it into a trust and just put it in a money market. I can make you so much more money. Don't move it. And then it ends up getting drained and liquidated over a much longer period of time down to nothing. So when we're putting together a game plan, it has some very specific things that need to go into it. Your average financial advisor does not understand this aspect of Medicaid planning. Don't let the traditional, here's how we grow money, get in the way, because growing money versus sucking out anywhere from $5,000 to $12,000 a month, it's just not going to work. Okay, so those are 4 fatal Medicaid mistakes that you can make even if you've got a great game plan. What it comes down to is if you've got a good Medicaid game plan, follow it. You can't deviate from it and expect to have everything just come out okay. So if you've gotten here, you've gotten to the end of the video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications if you want to know and get all that information as soon as it comes out. As always, stay safe, plan ahead, and enjoy life. Go out and make it a great day. We hope you found that information useful and easy to understand. To keep getting this great information, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. To get even more information more quickly, follow the links below to some of our free, no obligation programs.